Hi guys, I was sitting here doing some craft work and the camera's working, so I thought I would let it roll and you can sit back with a cuppa and watch or not. The choice is yours. So as you know, I made this junk journal book out of junk mail. I'll leave it's the video before this one. So I've actually been playing in it because I had a couple of days there where my camera decided not to work. So I have been playing. So I've just put some colour down and some napkins. And it's a little bit glary. Let me hold it up like this. There we go. So it's just some napkins, some gold leaf. Yeah, I was just having a splash around. And the pages of the junk mail hold up quite well. I'm impressed, so I will definitely be making some more of these because what a way to use up your junk mail, hey? So this is what I did yesterday. Now I was inspired by Laurie Marie, I think that's her name. I'll leave her link below. I love her work. So she inspired, one of her videos inspired me to make this. Now, all I did was just do a bit of jelly printing on my book, and I used a homemade stamp for the marks. So this is where I'm at. So what I've done is I've stuck 4 of these pages together. So as you know from the previous video, these are 2 pages of junk mail. So I've stuck 4 together, and that's made a nice thick page to work with. So going by her tutorial and mine, obviously they're going to be the same because she's inspired me, but she used one of her own images and I've decided to use one of mine. Now these are an ATC that I made, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and I haven't been able to part with them. I really haven't. I love these little girls so much. So I've just taken a few scans of them and I use them in my own artwork. So I've got to decide whether I want this lovely lady in there or this one. So I don't know. I like that one because it breaks up the page a little bit. You've got all this busyness and there's like it goes to the focal point. Whereas this one here, it blends in well. It's just a little bit too busy. She doesn't stand out really to me. I don't know. I think I'll stick with this one. So the idea is to make a hidden door. And here's the door that I've cut out earlier. So instead of using hinges, because I don't have hinges unless I want to start pulling the house apart, so I thought I'd better not do that. I've decided to use an old belt that I've got where the backing come off it and all that's left is this top bit. So I thought I would make some hinges out of this because it's quite flexible but sturdy at the same time. So, but before I do that, I need to stick in my girl and let her dry. So let's do that. Paintbrush. I'll use this one. So I better not dip my paintbrush in my coffee. I've already done that once this morning. So fingers crossed that it doesn't happen again. And if I'm bumping the camera, I'm sorry. It's just right above my head. I'm trying to get the work as close as I can to this for you. And I've already marked the corners of both photos or both pictures so I know where to put it in place. Let's hope that's right. Okay. So just give that a bit of a... So we don't need to worry about this, obviously, because all that is going to be Mod Podged. All right. Yeah, I like her there. I think that's nice. All right, let's move that out of the road. We'll move her out of the road. I'll put that up there to dry a little bit, and what I'll do is stick a book page on the back of this because it looks very boring. So I'll do that. I had to buy myself a new Mod Podge jar. I use a lot of it, as we all do. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be straight. It's only, you know, which way am I going in? Which way? That way. Alright, that will do. That will do. Alright, scissors. Scissors, scissors. I know I have some somewhere. These will do. Give that a trim. It's quite not rain, it's drizzly today and very cool wind outside. So it's a perfect day. That was close. Perfect day to work with paint, of course, where it takes longer to dry. I don't know why, but every time it rains, I have to work with paint. It's crazy. All right, let me just give this a... Actually, I might use some Stays On. I'll see if I can find it in amongst my mess. Because Stays On will give it a bit of... it will stay on, basically. I don't want to have to drag the black paint. I'll have to anyway, I guess. I'll give that a bit of a go around the door. It's very stinky ink, this, but it's good. I find most things that stink are normally good to work with. Okay. My door's coming apart a little bit. I'll stick that together in a minute with a bit of Mod Podge. Alright. So we'll let that dry for a second. Let me do this. Yeah. Look at that. That looks good, guys. Alright. Yeah, so Laurie Marie Jenkins, I think that's her name. But I will leave the link below. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick jelly print of my door here. Just to show you how I did, this. This is another tip of Lori Marie's, which I only tried for the first time yesterday, and I'm very impressed. A bit of hand sanitizer, which I found in my son's camping gear. So I owe him a sanitizer now. And we rub that on the plate. Now what it does is it gives the paint more of a, I don't know, a texture, or it's brilliant actually. So what colours did I use? I've got some Lumineer paint here, which I absolutely love. I use it in a lot of, you know, just for a bit of shine. Need to get some more. Just a little bit, probably too much because I'm only doing a door, but that's okay. So we'll put that on. Pull it off. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. So let me try and, well, I've already put some little stuff on here. So what I might do is, no, I won't, because I don't want the 2 pages the same. Okay, change of plans. Pull out the drop paper. Look at this from yesterday. And I have a piece of paper here that I've been using to mop up. I think I just dropped. Oh, come on. Now I can't even find it, but that's okay. We can use this one. No stress today. No stress. Okay, so we'll take that off while that's drying. I'll just give it a quick. Don't want it to dry too much, but just a little bit. There we go. Make pretty painty papers, see? Alright, now a little bit of a blue. So we need a little bit of this again. Not too much. This is Halo Blue. And it's got like a gold. It's like a mermaid colour, if that makes sense. So just do 2. Yeah, so this sanitizer, it really makes the paints work well. Yeah, I've got to play with the paints on a wet day. There we go. There's our blue, or green, or mermaid, or whatever you want to call it. And take the rest of that paint off. There we go. The start of something brilliant. Okay. There we go. We'll put that up there. I'll give this a little bit of a dry. I won't dry that on my jelly plate though. Don't want to ruin that. Okay, last part of the jelly plate. Let me move that out of the road. This is my favourite colour. Is yellow ochre. So what we'll do is, this is how I did. I didn't use sanitizer with that. I just used straight up paint. And this is what the shower curtain rings come in when you get your shower curtain. So I've just used that to put yellow dots on my background. So let me do that quickly. There we go. Yeah, it didn't show up too well. Not enough paint, really, not enough paint. Alright. Just make this paint a little bit thicker. There we go. Just that little bit thicker. And I only need 4. And we'll set it to about there. There we go. That's what I'm after. So I'll put this up there to dry. Put this down here on my drop sheet. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now for this gorgeous piece here. Oh, oh, yeah. Let's just put you down and soak that up. This is just old deli paper that I use to put underneath my tea-dyed papers so it absorbs most of the moisture. And then these become, I don't know, notepads or whatever I want to use them for. In this case, painty papers. There we go. Move that. And, oh, sorry guys, I just got to get me black. Black's a really hard colour to decide what to do with it the best of times. So what I'll do is just put a little bit on here. So I don't need a lot. And I'll grab my stamp. And just random. So if anyone's wondering what my stamp is, it's just a piece of foam, styrofoam, and it's got what do you call that stuff? Gutter guard that you put in your gutters to I don't know, stop leaves from getting in there. So that's all that is. I just stuck that on. Okay, so this is looking good. And silly me, see, I forgot I'm on video now. I've got to try this. See if, you know, normal time I would just, you know, go along my merry way. But I don't want to put my book down just yet on that. Alrighty. Mod Podge. So I hope you're enjoying this video, guys. So I shall get this finished and then I'll work on another one later that I was inspired by her. So I will get onto that after this page. Let me just Mod Podge that down there. It's just lifting a little bit. There we go. So there's our door. Back and front. Wrong way. There we go. And there's the back. That's what's missing.
Your daughter is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Here's my daughter trying to call me, guys. So I will be back. Okay, guys, back. Now, what I have done while I was talking to my daughter on the phone is I've gone around this door/window with some oil pastel, and I'm just about to go around the outside of this one. I know we've got the stays on the edges, but this just defines the doorway a little bit more. We just blend it in. Grungy it up a little bit. Oh dear. That wrong way again. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. And I decided to protect our little girl in here with a bit of plastic. So what I needed was a thin plastic. So I've used just the plastic off the front of one of these. That you get your tumblers in, and you've got the thin, even toys, you've got the very thin plastic over the front. And those tumblers, look at bonus. Shiny. How good. Oh, look. Hi, all. Alright. So, what we will do is put that plastic, make sure my fingers are reasonably clean. Where's my paint water? And a rag. Alright. Is we'll stick that, my favourite jumper. Oh. Alright. So I'm just going to stick this on the back of here. I'm just trying to think what glue would be the best to use. I might just stick with my old favourite, a bit of Fabri-Tac, see how that works. No harm but try. We'll just go around the doorway. I could Mod Podge her, but I think with the Mod Podge on the door, and it might stick to the Mod Podge on here. So I thought we'd try a little bit of plastic and see how we go. Alright. I don't want to put that down. There's a bit of more tea paper. Just push that down. So I don't want it to stick to her yet. Not until I put some Mod Podge down. See, it would have stuck. Alright. So there's that. So now what we might do is Mod Podge this closed. And then I can work on the door. Okay, I'll try and clean that up. I thought I got a back from the thing, but I guess I didn't. Alright, now here we go. Now we've got to be a little bit generous with this Mod Podge because it's got a lot of work. A lot of work to do. So let's get into it. So I'll do this one because we only want the outside section stuck. I don't really want it on that window because I don't want it to seep through. So we'll wipe back and out. Back and out. There we go. Just try and keep that clean so it doesn't run onto this section. If that makes any sense. So I go and put it back in the same spot. You're clever. So clever. Alright. Sorry, it's like I'm talking to myself, guys. I'm trying to concentrate. And I don't really have much to gas bag about. Life's pretty boring at the moment. It's awesome, as a matter of fact. Boring's good. Boring is great. Alright. Just about done. Like I said, we need to be generous because it's got to stick all of that to that goodness. Alright, let's do it. No time like the present, hey? So we'll just bring that together. And the reason I'm doing this is so it sticks straight and not on an angle, because normally when you shut the book, one page is out more than the other, if that is any help to anyone. Oh, doesn't she look stunning? So if you were to do one of these in one of your journals, or one of these pages, I should say, in one of your journals, or altered books, I suppose we could call this an altered book, because by the time I'm finished with it, you're not going to know it's junk mail. You could put dried flowers in there. You could put, I don't know, make a little shaker pocket if you're into those kind of things. You can put anything in there really, that, you know, some hair. If you want to keep hair as a keepsake, like they used to do back in the day. Yeah, all sorts of stuff you can do. So let me have a look. I might grungy that up a little bit. It's a bit more yellow than the background here, but that's okay. I better shut this. It's oozing. We can work with that. But what I'll do is just put a little bit. Now, if anyone's asking what sort of crayon is this, I have no idea. I have had this thing. It's probably one of Kenny's. Sorry, my son's old ones. From school. Just I don't know. I've got a little tray full of odds and sods. Old, decrepit. They work well though. Alright. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Alright, while I was also talking to my daughter on the phone, I cut out, remember I said I was going to cut up this belt. Well, I've kept the curve on the end because I kind of like that. We might put that up the top. If I stick it about there and that one about there. But before I do that, I want to give it a hit of see if I can give it a. Will that stick to that? No, it won't. Because it's kind of like a vinyl. But it's alright, I can go around that a bit later on. I wish I had a Stabilo, but I don't. I do have one in my pencil case somewhere, but its pencil case is like bigger than this area or screen that you can see on YouTube here. And it is full of pencils. And do you think I can find it? Nope. Pencils and pens, and it's gone walkabout. So I have no idea. No idea where it is. Alright. Maybe I could Just a thought. Just the thought. Let me grab my crocodile here. Oh, tangled up in something. Okay. Let me grab my crocodile. I just had a thought. Let's try and get that emptied first. Full. Let me just experiment. Sorry guys, I'm not game enough to wreck it. See, this is my problem. I think too much. Let me grab my little blunt scissors here. Well, they cut through some things, but just not fabric. It's temperamental. Okay, now this is the one I just cut. So let me have a look and see how that's going to work. And look, if I do that and put an eyelet in there, what do you think, guys? What do you think? Now, eyelets. See, this is the problem. I wasn't organised. I wasn't prepared. I'm just going as I'm going. Eyelets. There we go. Eyelets. I do have eyelets. Let me experiment with this one. See how we go. Yeah. Let's have a look. And I've done that the wrong way. Has anybody else done that before with their crocodile? Put it on, put it on the wrong way. Oh, really? Shouldn't do it that way. Alright. Turn it around. There we go. That's better. What do you think? I actually think that looks pretty good. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. So let me get rid of that so I can see. So anything I find wrong with these is they like clog. Okay. Let me try and get that in the middle. See, it's only cheap fabric, but that's okay. It works. That is that. Do that. There we go. Let's do it the right way this time. Alrighty. There's one. Two. Yeah, look at that. That just makes it, I think. It gives it a bit of personality, if that's what you want to call it. And I dropped one. All right. One more to go. Sorry for being so slow, guys. Okay, done. I'll put that back up there out of the rows. Use a bit of Fabri-Tac. Yeah, maybe that I didn't think that through. I've got nowhere to stick my Fabri-Tac now. But yeah, we can work with that. So we don't need to do it in the middle there, because that's where the book will be. Alright, that will have to do. I've stuck now. Alright. Alright, there's one. Hope the lighting's okay, guys. I am trying. I've got lights in here now, but it just looks glary. I don't know. We will get there. But at least you get the general idea of what's happening. Alright. Shut that. There we go. There's our hinges. Let's see if we're going to work. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There we go. So there's my experiment with a hidden door. I will come back at a later date and we will do things in here. Now, what I will use for just see if I've got one in here. Where I keep. I'm after a paper clip or something to use as a handle. That will do. Not a paper clip, you know what I mean, like a one of them. All right. So let's stick this on. Oh, I just need to open that up a little bit. As my pliers. These things are meant to try us, guys. I don't know what these are. They're just like a little clip or something. I use them a lot in my journals. There we go. There we have our little secret door. I think this is a good start to our book. What do you think, guys? Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. The next little one that we will be doing, I can't wait. If you've got any, I don't know, if you'd like to see something done or something tried, let me know in the comments below and I'll see what we can come up with. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Give your loved ones a hug. They're precious, and I will catch you all later. Bye for now.